astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to count their cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscientious people wherever you are all over the world. I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Biafra Human Rights Radio. Biafra Human Rights Radio is a child of circumstance. It is being anchored by Diokpa Uche Ukafo-Mefo. Diokpa Uche Ukafo-Mefo is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. This is one word we do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind it. But one day, you shall. This evening, I welcome you, conscientious people and genuine people who are out there with great anticipation, waiting for the hour where this freedom we long for will eventually be ours. I thank the Almighty Creator this evening, who has given us the enablement to do what we are doing at this moment. And of course, without wasting much of our time, I will move on to our discussion this evening. And of course, our lines are open, and you are free to call in at interval, even before it is generally opened. That having been said, our topic this evening is simply titled, Our Ultimate Mission. Our Ultimate Mission. A lot of things has been going on when it comes to the issue of agitating for Biafra. There are a lot of things going on around our homes, outside our homes, within the continent, outside the continent. Even the people who do not understand our language, they all have their view. But there is one truth. This truth is known to every component nation that is trapped into this contraction called Nigeria. Just few truths. We all agree that Nigeria is not fair. We all agree, directly or indirectly, that it's almost too late to build a nation where peace, unity, and love will reign. We all know the truth. But then, for the benefit of some individuals and some interested corporate organization, we just have to live in this hair. And so we have been living there before. A very long time we've been in this mess. And then generation after another, the voice of our people have been heard. If we continue from 1929, our mothers registered their displeasure. They call it about women riot. And then the same thing happened in Enugu. Even if the blood of those murdered in Enugu gave birth to independence, yet in less than 6 years, 7 years on, blood of million Biafrans was used to appease the unity of one Nigeria. Considering the fact that even before then, a coup supposedly known as Igbo coup, led by Chukwumanzogo, took lives. And as we speak today, before our very eyes, our brothers and sisters died. Some in the hand of the enemy, some in the hand of their subordinate. And we continue to take this risk. We continue to bear this pain. We continue to shoulder this burden. But somewhere along the line, it is our duty to enlighten our people. It is not easy to change narratives. It is not easy to lead somebody from one faith to another. But if you continue doing what you are supposed to do, Most especially when they are the right thing for you to do. It's just a matter of time. They will see the light. And so, it is important that once in a while we remind people what our missions are. They could be distractions, it's okay. But we cannot lose focus of the real mission. Our ultimate mission should be to dissolve Nigeria and of course to reincorporate component members who actually belong to the Biafra nation to where they belong. Just two things. Divide Nigeria, let everybody go. If you are listening to me as a Nigerian, you are from the West. You people have been able to institutionalize your region. If I say on the expense of my people, it looks unbiased. But let's remove that. For the benefit of your people, I don't like pretending because it's not taking us anywhere. One way or the other, if we refuse to learn the truth that is said before us, we will be compelled to embrace this truth to our own detriment after we have suffered greatly for it. And then you become like us. They built their place and I give it to them. It is for them to survive in Nigeria. And they are doing well for themselves. And those Northerners will also understand that everything that they have done in this country to this very moment will always give them an edge over us as a people. And then there is need for all of us to come back and say, what is the problem? A lot of things are going on. Why will these people be able to undermine us and use us, even against one another? And that is when the issue of reincorporating starts. And because of what we are going through, it gives birth to the need why Nigeria cannot live as one. A lot of things are going on, which in the actual sense, it is impossible for all of us to coexist and create a prosperous nation. Some Americans in Nigeria said that there is progress, there is strength in diversity. This is true, but not with the policies and principles that govern this country, Nigeria. What is supposed to be our strength has ultimately become the instrument of our undoing. And those Americans who said so will bear testament to the fact that no America will survive under Nigerian constitution in 1 month. With the level of your development and advancement, all of you will be gone in 1 month. And so when you are very kind to remind us about strength, progress in diversity, which is the absolute truth, don't forget to remind us about the Constitution of Nigeria, which professes justice, but yet know nothing about equity. When we talk about absolute dissolution of Nigeria, we are simply trying to tell you that we have to set every instrument of injustice aside, as well as installing the instrument of equity and justice. These are dicey situations not everybody will understand. If you go on social media on this very day, most especially if you are connected to the West African region area of Facebook, in Nigeria to be precise, a lot of our people are rejoicing. Oh, fire don't burn Aso Rock. Oh, Aso Rock is on fire. They are happy. And this is just an ordinary man. Farm boys, village boys. They are happy. Oh, Aso Rock is burning. Yes. After Aso Rock burn, where will burn again? But the real critical thinker, the real people who understand what is obtainable, should be able to know that Aso Rock cannot burn fire now. It took them almost 6 years to open the door of Aso Rock when the president was missing in action. If such a door will take them to bring expertise from China, or is it Japan to open the door, and you are happy it's burning, brothers, Biafran brother and sister, if you know how much they have removed and they are making efforts to cover it up, you will not thank God for a fire in Aso Rock. We should have passed this stage already. We're supposed to know the truth. And so if you are a Biafra, you are just say, oh, fire is burning Aso Rock. My God, it is our morning fire is burning. It should be about 5 years ago. And then a meeting was held by the Kakos who run this country. Then they were afraid that the level our agitation was going, then we were very focused that Nigeria is gone. And they resolved within themselves that if Nigeria will be divided, that what they are going to do is to steal everything stealable, loot everything lootable. And ever since then, their agenda has not changed. And they want to misplace your voting power. Fire will burn that of INEC. You forget snakes swallow money. While you are rejoicing that the Aso Rock is on fire, they are going to tell you that when Aso Rock burnt up, the billion that has been burnt now, you will understand. We will pay for it. Our people will suffer for it. We're talking about dismantling this instrument of injustice. If we begin to narrate the level of injustice that have been meted against us as a people, not everybody will understand. Because some of you already believe that what we are going through as a people is the punishment of God. We have sinned. And because we have sinned, God is angry with us. Brother, let's outgrow that stage. When we talk about justice, this is what we cannot get from the Nigerian state. And we don't shy away from it. Your name, from where you come from, betray you. You are not confident to demand for your rights as others will do. I am broadcasting. Some people are being threatened by me broadcasting. And if for any reason I appear before a competent court jurisdiction, I won't find justice. Why? Because I come from a certain area of that same country called Nigeria. But then there are governors who are going deep down into Sambisa Forest, a place supposedly home to one of the number 4th worst terrorists in the world. Our governors used to go there. When I mean our governors, Nigerian governors used to go there, share pleasantry with them. They could run together. And yet they come back to us and tell us, yes, we are trying to pay them and beg them not to do that. And eventually, when they tell you, they get some of them arrested. They give them red carpet reception. This is injustice. This is not fair. It cannot happen in any other session. And then another session will not talk about it, because they will be paid off. But because our people do not understand that this instrument of injustice must be dismantled, if they don't understand even the tools, the legal tools of emasculation at their disposal being used to the detriment of our people, how would they know about equity? There must be equity. When you talk about justice and equity, maybe you talk about fairness. You want to look at all this grammar. Let us review one. When the word equity is used, it signifies that in certain issues, you have to create a platform that can enable everybody function on the same pace, have access to everything good in life, in fact, everything good or bad at equal disposal. When you go to some construction site, and when these buildings are being erected, towards the end, some facilities are put in place. And then in one of those instances, I asked the landlord, I hope you are aware that the gradient between the two sides are not the same. He said yes. And I say, because by the time we transfer our own gradient, it is going to review that your own level is not right. But I presume you establish this level for a purpose, which is to enable people with wheelchair to come in through this angle. He said, yes, exactly. This is equity. Because this man understands that I built a house now. I put a staircase. He now begin to consider the cripple, the lame that will come into that house, that will not be able to use that staircase. So he decide to further plan peradventure in future. Somebody on wheelchair comes into my house. We don't need to begin to struggle to get the person in, maybe putting the person under undue pressure. So before we get to that stage, preparation are being made. It reminds me also about a very wealthy man, very influential politicians. He may even come out for election 2023. He has always been there since 1999. Most people don't know that he can't walk any longer. He's very old. Every year they bring out his picture as a young man. They campaign for him, he must win. Some people say he has planted yam in Aso Rock. Most of you, if you, the man now, why I'm bringing up his issue is that we walked in his property some years ago. It was a duplex, 4-story duplex. He had swimming pool. When I went there to do some renovation for them, and I said, where is Daddy? They pointed me to him. He was on wheelchair. Not because he's sick, but he's very old now. He couldn't climb upstairs of his house any longer. The room we prepared for his cook then is where he stays. He said, my brother, you can't cheat nature. He said, you can imagine, I can't climb my upstairs again. No. Is it swimming pool I will go? He's old now. Why I'm saying this is, if such a man has not made arrangement for people with wheelchair, now that God has blessed him with long life, how would he have climbed there? This is equity in one form. Today, once you are from a particular side of Nigeria, you will be rubbish. They don't see you as if you have value. They give you name. Most of the things we are doing in the name of agitation, we were compelled to do that, and one thing led to another. Today, how many Biafrans can confidently go and buy form to join the Nigerian army that they will take you? And that is why when we hear sometimes they say, leave Nigerian army, every Biafran leave Nigerian army. That is exactly what they want. Because if every region were asked to produce 10 students to represent the nation through the Nigerian Defense Academy, I will tell you that 10 that is supposed to be 30 divided by each region, I will assure you that 25 will come from the north alone. The remaining 5 They will go and bring people from Benin Republic or Lake Chad or Niger. They give them 3. The remaining 2, they give Yoruba 1. Then the remaining 1, they divide it into 2. Half is for those whose father are part of the cabal that run Nigeria. And then they give us half. They continue this way. That is not equity. But equity is supposed to create a platform, for instance, when even a community does not have a number required to represent in the military, they look for a way to make up the number for them on their own benefit. Equity. We cannot have it here. And the more we continue to struggle to make Nigeria work, all of us know that is almost impossible. The dim past and the future, it mingles. The reason is because there are a lot of effort to see that Biafra is restored. A lot of international company, multinational oil company, they are not happy. They're looking for how to spend money to destroy this matter. You don't have idea how powerful they are when it comes to influencing issues like Nigeria. And if you are Nigeria, you will need to begin to ask ourselves a question. Why does the division of Nigeria threaten world power? I want us to reason. It was easy to let Ghana go. It was easy to lift up apartheid, though they fought for it almost 30 years. It was easy for them to allow Benin to remain as a country. But when it comes to the issue of Nigeria, it is a no-go area. Have you ever wondered? There are people of interest. They will spend everything. I have seen them make move. I have seen them influence decision. Before your very eyes, this black object you are looking at, they will tell you it is white. And if you argue with them, they will take you to the hospital and diagnose you for color blindness. That is why you are seeing that black and you say it's white. And it will be written that that is how it is. They will never let us go. But me here. And then within the Nigerian state, each time we'll come out to talk about the issue of disintegration of Nigeria. Some people think we don't have sense. No, we do. Some say we are jobless. That is not the truth. Maybe some feel we are misguided fellas. Despite the fact that somewhere along the line, some of us used to miss their way. But look deep down. There is always a genuine intention, a real hunger for what we are doing. Of course, things have been put in place. Instruments have been placed in motion. And this very instrument is moving everywhere. It will upset the balance, if you will understand. And then that which you fear will come upon you. So one of our major mission, very important mission, is to ensure that Nigeria is dissolved. It will not always be like this. Today, your region is living large on the expense of others. A lot of evil and atrocity committed against us as a people. You have your allies and everything you need at your disposal to emasculate us and undermine our right. Believe me, the people will know the truth. We know it's not going to be an easy journey, and so we get our mind ready. And of course, the number 2 thing there, when we talk about our important mission, we must not forget that before we can possibly dissolve Nigeria, every component member of the union must be fully involved based on critical issues that must be discussed. If Biafrans are truly ready, yearning, longing for freedom, the number 2 things they must do is to make sure that every component member involved in this matter is carried on. It's supposed to be on the list of priority. And that is why Mazi Uchuka from Efo came forward and talked about reconciliation. These are deep words we are not used to, so not everybody will understand. But tonight, let's look a little bit in depth. In one of Nigerian newspaper today, it says the governor of Benue State threatened that nobody should drag Benue State into the issue of Biafra. He was trying to threaten a particular individual who said they are going to bring in security to protect the Igbo community in Benue State. And then somebody, one of the government officials in Benue State, issued a press communique and warned everybody or anybody or any group that will drag Benue State into the issue of Biafra. And under normal circumstances, some people say, yeah, he did well or he didn't do well or he did wrong. But the person in question who is supposed to be the person that issued the press statement is a Biafran in Benue State. And now, like I said, in the real truth, in Benue State, you have a lot of tribes dwelling there. You have Igbo communities. Almost 3 local governments in Benue State are Igbo people, carved out from within Enugu and Ebonyi State. And outside that, you have the Idoma people. You have the Agatu people, the Olembwecho, the Ombulo, the Okajide, all of them within the Idoma Axis, which are central land run from Benue State to Cross River State. You call them Eyala. That governor knows. David Mark knows. But somewhere along the line, we will have to be intellectually dishonest by covering the truth to fool our people or to suit our purpose. But that having been said, I would not want to believe that that press statement was issued to undermine the people of Biafra. But rather, it was issued to protect a particular interest that is of more concern to them. And so, if we must move on now to say we are fighting for Biafra, there is need ultimately for every component member involved to be carried along. You move on now to Ado community, which is Igbo community in Benue. And then you tell them you are Biafra. And of course, because of the campaign behind this agitation, many of them are beginning to know the truth. Before this agitation hit up to this level, they see themselves as not tenants. I remember the first time we traveled the length and breadth of these communities. They were crying. You feel the deep separation between them and their people. And it was like, we thought you people have forgotten us. We have to go to them. But imagine we fall in there. We come to take you home. Who are you to take me home? Which home are you talking about? Because that is their central land. And the generation that know this truth are almost all gone. They are almost all gone. And so only few of them knows the secret. Their children don't even know anything. And all these things even cause deep separation among us. When you meet Igbo man of Benue State, he say, one no anywa bundi Igbo or sikonye bon one nine, not tenant. And that is what it is. Association and assimilation. The invisible projection of French policy in a modern day Nigeria. And you can condemn them for all generations that they deny their identity. Not until you remove the cross, the scale from their eyes, you will not be able to change anything. And so if the Igbo man carved into Benue State will tell you I'm a northern ant, and you've not been able to do anything about it, you are telling Idoma man or Agatu man or Zakembia man that you are a Biafran, brother, it is ridiculous. What am I trying to say? For all these things to be possible, it is as simple as making sure every component member of this divine nation are carried along. Don't underestimate any group. Akeno nse mekere ye wi weekend. Nse mekere ye wi weekend. You cannot turn down any word. These are just word of advice. These are just message to our people. So you can begin to get your heart ready. Because this is a mysterious journey. Most people who even lead us don't know where they are going to. And so every nation, every component member that belongs to this divine nation called Biafra, what must they do? Everybody must be reincorporated because you are no longer together. Don't try to deceive yourself. Until you clear the mess, we go nowhere. There is need to discuss about the boundary adjustment program. There were times in the history of Nigeria, this generation may not know much. From one military dictatorship to another, the first thing they do when they come to office is to divide states. They started dividing Biafra land. Despite the fact that Biafra land has been divided into two regions already, which was Midwestern and Eastern region, it was not okay. It served a good deal of purpose during the war. The moment River State and Cross River State were carved out, it was easy to isolate a particular group of Biafran, the Igbos, and then put all their strength on them. It works for them. And so after the Nigerian Biafra War, as it is popularly known, the same 11 generals who led the Nigerian troop on police action on a war of genocide against our people are the same people ruling the country till today. Buhari, the current president of Nigeria, is one of them. I will remind you again, he's in charge of Imo Division. And so they saw the miracle that took place as a result of dividing them. That is the divide and rule tactics we talk about. So they started dividing us. Moritola came. He created Imo State. He came. He created Anambra State. And then you begin to hear boy everywhere. All these people. And when they were dividing Eastern region, they didn't divide the South-South. They didn't divide the Midwest. But something came up. They noticed that division of state eventually was leading to development, which they don't want. That is why they stopped division of state in Nigeria. Because Eastern region, that was one region with only one television station and one radio station, now have 9 television stations and 9 TV stations. This is development. And each of them begin to go to Abuja. Instead of 1, 9 will go from the eastern region. And so they horribly stopped division of state. And then when he came to the government of Obasanjo, he understands that there is no need to divide state, as it is ushering in even development within the Biafran nations. So they decide to introduce another method of divide and rule. And then they begin to adjust boundary. They carry the land that belongs to Abia State and then give it to River State. Go and ask Ndoki people, Asa people within the axis of Onyibe. We still have a lot of petitions written to that effect. In fact, they are online. So, as our children, Ndoki, originally part of the sons of Abia, they are rivers now. And now you go to the same rivers. You see the 2 sons of Ohajegbema. One of them is Niger Delta. The other one is not Niger Delta. And so they begin to cause confusion. Begin to cut everybody wherever they like. In fact, in the government of Babangida, he actually told the people of Warri, when they complain about the damage of the oil spill within their community, Babangida asked them to leave Warri and go to Sokoto or Kano or Kaduna, that they have plenty land there to give them, that they should leave their land for the federal government to do their job. But God be praised that those people have attorneys, and of course the sympathy of a lot of international, multinational oil companies who help them to manage issue. But if the federal government have used their might on them, maybe by now Warri people would have been very close to Sambisa Forest. But these are things that happen in a twinkle of an eye. And it really does not matter to most of us. But generation after generation will suffer for it if we do nothing about it. So one of the reasons why every component member must be duly consulted is because of boundary issue. You go to Ebonyi State, brother and brother are killing themselves as a result of boundary adjustment. This is exactly what Nigerians want. You go to Ebonyi State and Cross River, they are fighting each other over boundary adjustment program. This is exactly what they want. You go to Abia State. In most cases, Akwa Ibom and Abia are fighting boundary adjustment. Exactly what they want. And if Abia people or leadership have not been very meticulous in approaching that issue, they'll be fighting with River State by now. Chibuike Amechi, one-time governor of River State, begin to have issue with good luck. That is because the oil well in Igbo community in River State is carved into Bayelsa. And the owners of the oil are carved into River State. So their farmland is in Bayelsa. And their kitchen for cooking food is in Rivers. It has caused and made a lot of trouble to linger. But that is exactly what they want. And so maybe Wike will take cutlass and start chasing governor of Bayelsa. Or maybe governor of Bayelsa will carry gun and pursue Wike, and then Abia will from behind and then bombast Wike, and then Imo State will still come and collect Ohajegbema, bombast the same Wike, and then we would have about 5 or 6 states fighting only River State. But understand, none of these people are laying claim to this property, except that is the territorial integrity that is left for them to govern under the Nigerian setting. And then there must be consultation. And of course, they need to discuss about the issue of betrayal within the period of war. A lot of things happen during the war. And I can tell you, none of these issues have been discussed. None of them. Sometimes when you begin to talk about it, some people feel bad. We shouldn't be talking about. Who told you we shouldn't be talking about it? Why would it be so? many men we cannot shy away from it. Somewhere along the line, we have to sit on the table. We've all been wounded, and there is need for us to come together and heal ourselves. These are some of the things Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station is there to project, to remind us. It doesn't matter the amount or level of shenanigan you put up. It doesn't matter the brakata you are playing. But this truth must not just only be embraced, they must be exploited. A lot of things happened. Today, in our very eyes, we see a helicopter come and drop people in the middle of our forest. Today, in our very eyes, we see people come and claim our farmland, people we know nothing about. And then they receive support from kill our men and rape our women. They cannot be arrested by the Nigerian police. They have never been to any courts to answer for their crime. I'm talking about today. Check your time and date. And we have not been able to do anything as a people. And then, if I tell you there are many communities that were planted among our communities today, it will shock you. Go to the island known as Mangrove in River State. The head of that island, Mangrove, far away after Bonny Island, is an Hausa man. They brought him there after the war. He said he was 16 years when they brought him there. He stayed there and learned their languages. He was staying in Wakreke. From there, he traveled within Rivers and Bayelsa. He knew all their languages. He married many of their women, or should I say, got them pregnanted. And then, having made many families from within Delta and Edo State, he moved into that island called Mangrove. If you are in River State, go and find out now if he's still alive. It will shock you. They are Rivers indigenous. And go and look at the paper of those government officers in River State. Most of them are Hausa. Not only River State, you get it in Enugu, you get it in Ebonyi, in many states. And so during the war, it would have been possible for them to plant communities among communities. We are fighting to recuperate, to come back, to survive. Is it the time you're going to find out what is happening, where you can barely speak? We will truly know that even 5 years to 7 years after the war, many of the Biafran youth were victimized by firing squads. Once you are Biafran youth, you are caught doing anything. They call you armed robber. According to Decree 17 of 19 Sususu, firing squad. That is the end of it. But not until we begin to review these issues, begin to have discussions, begin to run around one another and see how the future can be managed, we are in trouble. We are not going anywhere. Because there will always be people who will frustrate what you are doing. And if anybody tells you that everybody in America have equal rights, the person lie or he's ignorant. They don't. I've taken time to study America, for instance, with all this diversity. There are some states in America that owns the politics, civil servants. It belongs to them. There are states in America that handle the justice system. It's just like the same thing you have in Nigeria. Once you see I'm a man, 99.9% of them must be Fulani or Hausa. And so it's never fair. But at least to a certain extent, they allow even the common man to survive. Very soon, Nigeria may eventually pass a bill. Arrest all the poor people, instead of them to be constituting nuisance on the street of Nigeria. Send them to India or China. let's sell their organ to develop our economic. And some person says, it's good though, I don't like the way they litter the street. It's good though, if they are not useful in life, they can be useful in death. That is how bad it's going to be. Because oil is not booming as usual. But if there is no oil, we cannot allow them to use the blood of the next generation to fuel their ego. Most of you don't know how long this war is going to continue. And then finally, there is need to discuss about future arrangement for the nation. If you look at everything we are going through and everything Africans has been through, you see issues, matters are brought upon us. Without revealing, without looking into it, everybody jump ahead and say, okay, let us try. Maybe God will do miracle. Of course, most of our spiritual leaders are going to guide us on prayer points that will make us conquer the devil. There is need to review and agree on how it's supposed to be, how it should be, how we intend it to be. You have to discuss about it. On failing to do that, the Bible says two cannot work together except they agree. And so here on Biafra Nation, there are a few things we are making effort to do. Number one is to make every Biafrans understand that there is need to pull down the Nigerian justice system, which is not fair. Total dissolving of Nigeria. And this could mean restructure. This could mean divide Nigeria. And so when we talk about other pro-Biafran group doing the same thing, we are trying to remind you that each and every one of them have a role to play. If the justice system is not fair to all of us, and then there are groups that are fighting to bring down the constitution, and that is because they want to ensure that what is good for the goose is also good for the ganja. And then there are people who are championing the need for reconciliation and consultation. That is when you begin to see people like Mazu Chuka from Efo, who is trying to make sure that everybody have a say and everybody is carried along. We wake up one day and they say we were amalgamated. Who amalgamated us? We don't know. How did they amalgamated us? We don't know. Who mechanized us? We don't know. And then it is said that amalgamation was to last for 100 years. It's over 100 years. We can't even undo or review the document because we simply don't even know the genesis. This is problem. And then we move on. We start hearing independent, independent, independent. We got independent, we got independent. How did we independent ourselves? We don't know. Who independent us? We don't know. Are the thing happening here actually what we ask for in the name of independent? We don't know. Because if it is, I don't think that just few years after independent, war broke out. Which means there are a lot of things Ojukwu, Obasanjo, and all that supposedly statesmen, they never told us up till now. But we're living with the pain. And one way or the other, God will help us to overcome. In the same way, this next generation must be very vigilant. Because a lot of discussion are going on without you being consulted. A lot of things are going on that you are not aware of. And then we will wake up one day, you will see yourself. Maybe that time they will tell you, say, oh, we are now Igodomigodo nation. You will be happy. But you never know. And then another one, oh, we are Middle Belt nation. They will be happy. Yes, we are now Duduwa nation. Hey, we are free. It's all right. And then they say, oh, Biafra is here. My brother, if you don't shine your eye now, it could be from fry pan into fire. And of course, at this line, our number to call, you make your own contribution. I believe all of you have one or two things in mind. You think if we do it, it will give us Biafra faster. This is your opportunity. Your view, make your point. Because in the end, where will we me? Where will we imi huakwa? The WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642 is the WhatsApp line. And of course, you know that if you are outside Nigeria, you have to add +234. +234. The WhatsApp number for the last time is 070-815-45642. And then our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971. And of course, you are free to call in, and your contribution is highly needed. I'll be back in a minute.
Reading from Biafra's Got Talents.
Africans will never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes here. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes here. Englishman knows that.
Yes, caller on the line. Are you there?
Yeah.
Good evening from here. Your name and where you calling from?
Onyibe. Good evening.
Good evening, my brother. Go ahead, please.
God bless you. May your days be long.
And you too, my brother.
It shall be to you and your family.
You see?
And the blessing of Almighty God will never depart from your generation.
Thank you very much.
I am very happy this night to listen to your broadcast, because united we stand and divided we fall. My name is Chukwumugeji. I'm calling from a flood. I was the person that called you last few weeks ago that gave you 3 or 4 adages because of the problem within IPOB family. But I'm grateful to God Almighty, who made it possible for you once again to give this kind of news tonight. I am very happy. I am very happy. Continue with your job. You will never lose your reward. May God Almighty bless you, your family, protect.
Quite unfortunate, I lost that caller, but I wish you can call back. The caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller on WhatsApp. And of course, the network has not been favorable. Caller on WhatsApp is disconnected, but then let's check caller on the line. Caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes. George, good evening, brother.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, this is Sabuswa Nkemjika on the line.
Yes, Nkemjika.
How are you doing, my brother?
God is faithful. God is faithful. You can count on that.
Okay,
Thank you.
I'm always there. I'm always there. Whether I get through the call or not, I'm always there.
I believe.
Okay, this issue is very important. This point is very, very important. This is one aspect that none failed. Okay, this is one aspect that may Nnamdi to lose the focus. He failed to incorporate the stakeholders. Some persons find it difficult to believe even that they are part of this struggle. When you come to the South, coming to River State, Akwa Ibom State, many of them, these things are strange to them. So one important effort, one important aspect where Nnamdi has not been doing well is to incorporate. Okay, instead of doing that, he go further to tell you that yes, I don't need you. You are a fool by believing this. I may be wrong that I don't know that my ancestral home is from this place, but you can put me right. And I ask now, the living, you can adjust his head too. It's not only the dead. So when you incorporate the entire nation, the entire people, you achieve your goal. You can't make it alone. I remember the words of Ojukwu before he died. He said that if Igbo, he used the Igbo, that if Igbo can come together like the broom, that nothing can shake them. So Nnamdi don't need people to come together. He don't have your time. No! Each person is a stakeholder. If you achieve it without me, are you going to send me out? You need me, no matter what. There mustn't be enmity between me and you. There mustn't. You keep on appealing, trying to bring these people together, trying to bring them to the reality, trying to explain things to them. It can take you time, it can take you days, it can take you months. Just keep telling someone. There's no possibility of, a situation where this person cannot. There's every possibility that one day or on a certain day, this person will come to realize that he's part of it. But Nnamdi is very impatient. So I'm encouraging you, this angle that you are bringing in, we have to be patient with people. We have to be patient. Even if you come to me and tell you I'm not part of Biafra, that shouldn't make me a saboteur. That shouldn't make me a bad person or someone who is against the struggle. That shouldn't. But for the fact that maybe I don't know, okay, maybe I really don't know much about it, perhaps ignorance, then you go further to sell the market, to sell the products. Yeah, this is what we are. This is what we are. We can dialogue, a very good dialogue. You achieve your aim. People go to customize. People go for customer what they call it a kind of customer relationship. People are asked to go and talk to people, convince people to do business with them. You can apply that in this struggle, whereby you appeal to people, you talk to people. Okay, so we must keep doing this, and we need patience. We need patience. Nnamdi is impatient. Look at what happened in the United States, in the UK. Sorry, you don't believe in dialogue. You don't believe in talk. Let me talk. Okay, you thought it this way. Oh yeah, let's listen to my own. But I think of this. Can you look at it from this angle? Let's consider it like this. No. Once you are against him, you should be killed. Come on. Where are we going to? So I encourage you, this is the feeling of the people of Biafra. This is the feeling of the people. The people must come together. We must come together. We must appeal to our consciences. We must explain some things to people. All fingers are not equal. And so do the knowledge that we have. The knowledge we have are not the same. You may be more informed about Biafra more than me. So the help you can offer me here is to educate me the more, so that I have still written for the struggle. That is it. If wherever I take you, repeating it continuously, one day you'll be surprised that person you are trying to educate might even carry the thing much more better than more carry the thing like everything he has. Simply because you're able to convince him, you're able to appeal to his conscience. So we don't need to give up hope. Yeah. Sometimes when you are asked to market a product, it seems nothing will happen that day. But believe me, with patience, perseverance, you find yourself convincing this person that you think you can never talk to him or her. You think it's impossible. So in this struggle, impossibility doesn't exist. Yeah, but
Thank
we
you
must
very
be
much.
optimistic in trying to appeal to people's conscience, to bring them home, wherever they are.
Thank you
Yes.
very much.
Thank you for your work.
Thank you, my saboteur brother.
All the best.
Yes, thank you.
Kimchika in Port Harcourt.
Yes, in Kenjika. And of course, our people must understand there are issues that will never be swept under the carpet. They cannot be overemphasized. Freedom is why all of us are here. The Nigerian state should understand they've done us a lot of favor. They can try to justify and feel we nothing happened, but of course they're doing what they are doing because we are not helping issues. We are not helping ourselves. Are you there? Still there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yes, Onyibe, I'm back again because I'm run off airtime.
Okay, I thought somewhere.
Thank you very much. So please, there's one thing I want to beg you of, Onyibe.
Go ahead, please.
We have to caution some of our people because there are some of them that bringing sin of discord within the Biafran agitation. Nice. We didn't mention anybody. We go straight forward to your news. I like it. That's why I'm pouring the blessing of Almighty upon you, and I'll continue praying for you. Because I'm one of the people that admire your news, listen to your news every day. Because your news is encouraging me and they prompt me to hope that we have men in Biafra. So my brother, it will be better for us to come together and solve our problem. Instead of Biafra fighting against themselves, leave our enemy. It is unfortunate that some of us leave our enemies and continue to fight ourselves. It is unfair to my own side. That's feedback. I thank God. So my prayer is this: that you never lose your word. You can never lose word. From all the things that you put in Biafra station, you will recover all of them. My earnest prayer for you is that you will live to see Biafra and you enjoy Biafra. Continue with your good job. I thank Uche Mafo essentially for his contribution, because I still remember when Nnamdi is in prison, Uche Mafo suffered a lot. He's broadcasting day and night and morning without resting, and the many people fought against him. I thought that he will surrender, but he stands firm till today. But the one thing that I'm begging you people, let bygone be bygone. Let's forget our sky and their injury and come together and fight against our enemies. Let me stop here. Till next time. God bless you.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yes, my dear I'm a leader.
Who are the name? Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Dear, my name is Sabotua. I will, but if I go on, I want you to give me my Sabotua number officially.
Let me check our file. Oh boy, you are behind. 1,700. You give me to. You didn't come on time.
Yeah. I need to buy drink. I need to buy
penalized.
Number.
When I thought you are around number 7, you are going to 1,700 and something. In fact, you will be penalized. Go ahead, please.
Good evening, Biafrans. My name is Awele Emmanuel. I am from Anyama province of Biafra land, and I'm calling from United Arab Emirates. I want to contribute on this important topic. Our leader here has been painting the picture very well for our people about the need for consultation. about the need for genuine consultation, because consultation is the only thing that can usher us the freedom we seek for. The former Biafra our fathers fought for was fought based on consultation. It was put together by consultation. It wasn't just an online drawing of map. You stay online on radio, you draw map. This one belong to here. This one you belong to here. We have to go back to that same place again and continue from where our fathers stopped. We have to build that bridge again, because the bridge was destroyed after the war. Then somebody came again years later. When we tried to build it, the little we built, the person destroyed the pillars. Now we have no bridge at all again. We are starting afresh again. So there is need for us to build that bridge and unite our people so we can speak with one voice. Because as far as we all know, we all have one common enemy. But we cannot be fighting ourselves, fighting our own brothers, our own flesh and blood for one selfish purpose of selfish gain. And we cannot allow one man to decide for our people. You stay on air, you draw a map. Yes, one you are Biafra, you are denying your identity. We have to stop that nonsense. Look, okay, now that Yoruba people, without consulting the Ijaw people, the Robo people, the Isoko people, in fact, the whole of Delta State, excluding Anyoma people from it, and carve them under Oduduwa, and Ijaw people stood up to shun them that they should stop that nonsense. Assuming the Yoruba people consulted the Ijaw people before they draw Ijaw into their Oduduwa map, they wouldn't have shown them. So this is something we need to learn from and go for genuine consultation. We know that some part of, that used to be Biafra in 67, those ones say they don't want to, but yes, you have to give them the reason, convince them on the need for us to join together, because the same thing, the same treatment they are receiving from the Nigerian government is the same thing we are feeling it also. We are all receiving it badly, starting from the inhuman treatment they give us once you're not from that part of North. Then when you are from within Yoruba region, they reduce the evil treatment on you. But from the south, whether south or southeast, you receive it hot. You treat you as the same. After all, you are Biafrans before. They treat us the same thing. Please, we need to do a genuine consultation, not doing online map again. We have to stop that nonsense. That era has come and gone. We have to do the real job now. We have to unite our people and also stop fighting ourselves, abusing ourselves, abusing our leaders. We have to stop it. That time has come. We have learned our lessons that we can't go anywhere without our leaders, our politicians. Even though some of them they may not be performing well, but at the same time, we have to give them the reason why they have to change and support us that are their children. Because they say we are the leaders of tomorrow. But because some of our the people we thought they are representing us in the agitation, talk to them. Instead you get this Biafra that you are seeking for, they want to kill them. Then they rather support the enemy that will never get that Biafra. My brothers and sisters, we have to do genuine consultation. Genuine one, not online. Make everyone to feel among. We'll come down from our high horses. We'll play the football on a level ground. Everybody is equal. Everybody is a stakeholder. Thank you, my brother, Diokba George Onyibe.
Thank you very much.
And also our brother, Diokba Uchemefo, and our father, Diokba Obi Diobienu, Dr. Kado, and our brother Onwoka, and our brother Chris as well, and Biafra watchmen all over the world that have stood up, that said they will never allow this Biafra again. Nobody is going to sell us again. I thank each and every one of you, and also to those people that are still running around, that don't want to believe the truth. Open your eyes and learn from what happened to the UK. That they are going back. Somebody came on air and insulted people in UK. He's going through the back door now to apologize to them. without coming on air to do the apology. So we should learn from that. We are not getting the freedom that way we are seeking for. We are Biafra watchmen, and we go nowhere.
That is just the truth. We must fulfill our spiritual and ancient duty. Thank you very much, my brother. And of course, we must continue. Our people must understand, if you are listening to us wherever you come from, within the Biafran territory, you are from Iduma, you are from Igala, you are from Iyala, you are from Iza, Abakaliki, you are from Enugu, you are from Abia, Anambra, Bayelsa, Rivers, Cross Rivers. My brother, our team will be dispatched very soon. Some are taking visibility record already. It is our duty to tell you what is obtainable. It's not war. But if that is what it takes, let the enemy decide. But it is our duty to organize our people. And then we can be able to push to development, push to freedom, push to achieve great things for our people. Most of you don't know some people have given their life to this thing. But for what? For what? For what? We can't tell the cost. And believe me, we will not let our people down. Not today, not tomorrow. It doesn't matter the battle we'll have to fight. We will leave one legacy behind that men and women after us will say, yes, they fought. They fought. Whatever end that should be left to the Almighty Creator. Let's understand, if we don't do this for ourselves, nobody will. The lines are still open. Call and make your contribution.
Africans will never be free until Biafra comes, yeah. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes. Never be free until Biafra comes, yeah. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes, yeah. Englishman knows that. Frenchman knows that. Nigeria knows that. No. Englishman knows that. Frenchman knows that. Nigeria knows that. Yo. They are playing on your intelligence. Life full of pretense. They are playing on your intelligence. They are playing on your intelligence. Their life full of pretense. Everything is diligently. Oh, so every black man stand up for your right. Wherever you are, stand up for Africa. So every black man stand. So every black man for your right. Freedom for Africa. Africa, freedom for Africa. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes, yeah. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes, yeah. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes, yeah. Africans will never be free until Biafra comes, yeah. Englishman knows that. Frenchman knows that.
Yes, of course, everybody knows that Africa will never be free until Biafra is free. Africa can never be free. Biafrans will not be free. The truth that everybody must understand is that it doesn't matter where you come from. If Biafra is free, if Biafra is restored, something will happen in this continent you people know nothing about. But of course, we understand the ups and downs, the challenges, the enormous sacrifice we have to make just to ensure our people get home. Like Mazimefo will say, we will not decapulate. I hope that is the grammar. We will not back down. We will not submit for any situation or circumstance. Our target is simple. And so we are focused. Our mission is not complicated. It's as simple as give to us what is ours, that we might be the author of our destiny. I see civilization and development as just, I don't know how to present it. Where men and women will sit on a round table and discuss issues without being biased and everybody's opinion being respected. Brother, you should understand what you mean. Caller on the line. Are you still there? Caller on the line.
Good evening. My name is Okechukwu. I'm calling from Italy.
Go ahead, please, brother.
Good evening, all Biafra. You are the one I'm speaking to.
Yes, you are talking to George Onyibe, and you are live on air. The world is listening.
Okay. Please, George Onyibe, you know, from the beginning, the time you was preaching this gospel, going back to roots, going back to our roots, I love your preaching so much. I so much love your preaching that time, which is, you draw my attention very well. After Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are the next person I took that time. But I'm sorry to say this, I am very, very disappointed to you, the way you changed it right now. I'm the category our leader. Okay? I'm very, very so much disappointed on you for you to be castigating our leader. I wish you could leave our leader and do your own separate. Understand? We will support you, but for you to be coming on the air and speak and get our leader is not good at all. It's not good. Okay? Even if someone is pushing you to do that, you don't have to accept it, because you are the one of the IPOB fighter that we love so much. Understand? All this struggle, we are pushing this struggle so that we will bring Biafra back. And many people, many souls have stayed away from this struggle. So we can't sit in disappoint those, or we can't sit in draw some people their attention back for this struggle. We have to give them encouragement and do what is right. We have to join our hands together and fight this fight so that we bring this Biafra come. Because if we continue helping each other or castigating each other, it will make our enemy to have more opportunities to get us more. So anytime you are on the air like this speaking, please, I beg you, don't speak against our leader. Don't speak against Nnamdi Kanu. Okay? If you want that love to still come back, stop preaching or castigate our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. My name is Okechukwu Okoro. I'm from Ebonyi State and I beg in Italy. So I beg you, my brother, this is what I have to tell you this time. Okay?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Ewo muna nwanne m je n'agha o maka kpiri ego ife ajụ narịla anyị. Ewo Mona nwanne jenaga nwana puto uzori nwanne yahu. Today I went to church, and as a reverend, I have not seen somebody that insulted me today. But without that, I have not soiled my hand. My brother who called spoke his mind. And I am led by the Spirit to allow you to say what you want to say, except I give instruction and you refuse. He said, stop castigating our leader, Nnamdi Kanu. But Nnamdi Kanu is an idiot who sold all of us, and you say we should not talk. I didn't say anything. I was on my own after they say they expelled me from Biafra. Every day for 4 months, they talk about me on Radio Biafra. Judge Onyibe is sleeping with people's wife. His name is Rosofina, and so many things. All of you were enjoying it. They hired people as they hot to metal Biafra. I don't know. All of you were enjoying it. My guy, I never die now. Ono na yego liego ndi awusa no se na nyilu sogo ono anani wego ono anani gwa we unu ejenye egbu ale. Nnamdi Kanu has a choice. He must treat our people with respect. He must apologize to all the people he has blackmailed. He will offer atonement sacrifice on behalf of those who died under his command. All of us were used. You that don't know Nnamdi Kanu cannot tell me about Nnamdi Kanu. And so, when you come here, talk your own and move ahead. Because if you come and tell me about Nnamdi Kanu, I will send thunder to fire his generation. Let the juju he give me kill his family. No get sense. Nnamdi Kanu. Is there Nnamdi Kanu without us? Caller on the line, are you still there?
Yeah.
Go ahead, please. Good evening from me.
Thank you.
Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal, and they are seeing it, and they are still talking. Because I keep him quiet, doesn't mean he's fighting for us. Asking what did this sign, deliver, and seal. We were born on. We're born on. We came here and put our blood in this things. The love of our people that drive us here. And your love means nothing to me if you don't have the heart to stomach the truth. You think I followed Nnamdi Kanu is somebody? Have I heard this name before? It is the love of Biafra that brought all of us here. And everybody must learn to respect that. Nnamdi Kanu. Who is his father? Who is he? We projected him to lead us because they say we don't have a king. And now we want to prove to them we have a king. And then the thing got into his head. All the people in UK, idiot, all of them. He's going behind to beg them now. Why is he begging them? They are all rats in the cage. Criminals. Shameful. Disgraceful. Have you written letter to him? Don't change my mood. Who cares for your love? Your love means nothing to me if it is not geared towards ensuring the complete survival of everybody. Were you feeding me before? And I know get sense. Any of you, do you know me? If I see one of them came online and say, I thank God I didn't give you money. They thank God he didn't give me money. You see, I was a beggar around Gwangwalada until Nnamdi Kanu make me general overseer. You people don't have sense. Yeah, sorry, forgive me.
But you said that you were in the church. So no, yes. You said that you were in the church today. Don't forget. You said you were in the church today.
Sorry, I withdraw my statement partially because of
you. Said you were in the church today.
But why am I focusing now? Somebody is coming to tell me Nnamdi Kanu I should know. Nnamdi Kanu calls leader. He calls governor. He calls God. Who did he not cause? He doesn't give them concern. It's all right. Go ahead and sorry for taking your time, brother. Go ahead, please.
You prayed today, or you prayed today in the church, Mazi. But sorry. I'm very sorry, no. It is sometimes very laughable, because our people, they spent all November, December, January, almost February, causing Uchemefo, Obidio Bienu, Dr. Kado, George Onyibe, causing everybody out on their radio. I was listening, nobody was on the radio, nobody came to the radio to ask them to stop. They were enjoying it while it lasts. They were enjoying it. Every Uchemefo was this, Obidio Bienu was this, George Onyibe was this, as it was hot, was busy looking for evidences that are not even existing. He was busy asking everybody, anything you have, send it in. They were busy having fun, destroying what people build, what people took years to build. And what pained me most is not even because of you, George Onyibe, not even Obidio Bienu or Okado. Uchemefo, who was a co-founder, can you just imagine, a co-founder of that organization, your deputy, your own deputy. No matter what this man did, no matter what, even if I know that he did nothing to you, but no matter what this man did to you, only because you want to be a solo leader, you want to be solo leader, solo signatory. This is the only end. And this was why you played your prank. And the people that fell into it, they fell into it, and they took over. They came to the radio to rag this man. They used this man's name to clean the floor. And you were enjoying it. You were enjoying it. You let these people to do it. Whatever I'm saying now, you let me to be saying it, because this is your action led to whatever I am saying. There are a lot of people who don't want to speak out, but I'm saying their mind. Somebody has to say their mind. This was very, very bad. For you to let these people use that radio every time, every moment, criticizing, castigating this man. A lot of people who went to social media, began to make, anytime you come and talk about Uchemefo, they have people coming to, they have, I don't know what they call it on social media, when you have a lot of people, then you begin to have money or whatever, They begin to pay you because of, according to the numbers you have. So a lot of people went into social media because of this, because they have found a normal topic now for them to make money social media. And you were enjoying it. I could remember one Yoruba lady called from USA to say that she got revelation from the toilet or from bathroom where she was showering. People who wanted to castigate this lady, you came out immediately and asked nobody should do it.
Because Nnamdi Kanu said we should not. But when they were attacking and insulting his deputy, Bright Chimezie, the transmitter real arm robber, and Emeka Gift, who stole dollars from America under Ivory Coast in my jurisdiction, Chike Doziem Anthony's Rumike, make sure nobody heard about that matter, because now then chop the money. Nnamdi Kanu did not caution them not to attack his deputy, but he told us not to talk to Yoruba. That was when he was trying to redesign the stage to cover his track. His actions must be reviewed. He will see to it. Go ahead, please.
But he was not able to come out on the radio just 30 seconds. So we don't ask you. You don't have to tell us what is happening between.
When I responded to those gang of criminals who were attacking Uchemefo, the thing pained him so much. He came on air. From today, I give an order. Nobody should interrupt or write directly or indirectly as a principal officer against any other person. He was talking to me, and all of you knew. And I deliberately disobeyed that order. And most people blame me for it. But when they were insulting Mazemefo, it was okay. God has spoken. God has spoken. Your place where you come from, they may choose to behave like monkey, and I will respect you for that. But where I come from, there is a way we behave, and I will have respect for that. Go ahead, please.
So he was not able to come out at least for 30 seconds and ask everybody to cease whatever that people are saying about this young man. If this man did not do any other thing, at least for being there for you in the time of your difficulty, he shaded you, he defended you, he carried the mantle of this leadership on. He made sure that the torch, he made sure that the light did not go off. Then what you have to pay him, which was just to come on the air and say something, and every other people will take over. Rabbi Charles was busy making, Rabbi Charles took it up immediately upon him to make sure that he finished Uchemefo off, which he could not able to do because he don't have power to do it. calling. The 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, he was busy on the air, on the radio, enjoying himself with the guy from South Africa. They ended up calling him Temefo Ababo, and 2 of them were saying the radio presenter asked him, what did you call him Ababo? You know, they were busy having fun. Then you forgot about your Dele Momado, who is the real Ababo. You people are clapping for Dele Momado. You don't know who Ababo is. You forgot that your Dele Momado, whom you are heroine, heroizing, is really Ababo. You are all making fun with this young man who was busy. You know, when Nnamdi was not there, he was broadcasting day in, day out, and you people were calling him sleeping and dating. You think that everybody? Can I ask IPOB members? If Nnamdi Kanu will come on broadcast and they talk 30 minutes, calmly, 30 minutes without calling anybody idiot, you are stupid, you are Fulani Janjaweed. Just after 30 minutes, can he be able to do it? Just to talk very calm, 30 minutes, he cannot do it. Because without insult, he cannot do whatever he wants to do. He needs it to talk. And you people will come here and ask us not to talk. You want to and everybody, anytime you are talking, don't call anybody's name. But when you were enjoying it in the other part of the radio, it is very okay that side. You know, so I'm not asking George Onyibe what to do or how to do his program. I'm not asking anybody what to do, how to do their program. But you don't have any moral justification to come and ask anybody not to say this or not to say that. You know, you don't have no right. So today he made it the way he wants to do it. He does it according to the way the Spirit reads him. So that you don't have to come and tell him how to do it. You know, because this is not okay. Look at what happened a few days ago. The UK, IPOB UK. Imagine that you that came here now to advise that you are one of the coordinators here, or one of the principal officers here in the UK. Imagine that your father is one of them here. Just think about it. Your uncle is one of them here. And this your uncle was belittled by a rat in a cage. A rat in a cage. And only one man has this power to be doing this time in, time out. Just for one person. The other day, a few days ago, I'm not missing words, I'm quoting now Nayana. The other day, she came and told us she did it 2 weeks ago. She came out this week asking everybody, IPOB member, when you pay your money, make sure that you collect your receipt with your serial number. Make sure that you follow your coordinator, that you post the money to national coordinator, and they put it in national account in Germany or in USA, and you make sure they will report back to you. You make sure that the money has left, you know, the office of the nation. That is where your accountability stops. This is accountability. That is where it stops. You you have to make sure that you pay, make sure that they send the money, you see, check it, that they report back to you that the money has left. No more, you don't have to know. Whatever that the money is being used to, it is none of your business anymore. Is it how to run an organization? You don't have to know what only anything they come on the radio to tell you we are paying our whatever they call it, $70 million every day, $1 billion every day. This is, you will believe it. Whether it is true or not, you believe it. We pay $1 billion every day, $10 billion every day, $10 million every day to our representatives, our lawyers, our whatever. That is all. No accountability. But I have to checkmate my coordinator and my national coordinator to make sure that the money left. Whom are you deceiving? Whom are you deceiving? Accountability. You have to prove it. When you spend any money, at the end of the year, you have to tell us how much money you spend. Make it open to everybody, because we are paying the money. You don't pay us. It is our money. It is my money. You don't pay me, I pay you. So you don't threaten everybody with sack, because these people who are threatening with sack, they are sponsoring you. They pay you. You don't pay them. So when you take anybody out of IPOB, do you think that people are afraid to go out of IPOB? The way you are coming on the radio to say it, who is afraid of that? So there's a need. I'm sorry, I wanted to talk about your topic today. So I think I have to stop it now.
I understand the feeling. Nobody who knows the truth can be comfortable with certain issue. But the people must understand that we cannot be distracted. On the Biafran Human Rights and Freedom Radio, our mission is simple. I have just tried this evening to reveal just two aspects of it. There are many which cannot actually be discussed on the open. And of course, as our representative on ground begin to come across you people, you don't have to be afraid. You just tell them what you want. And then understand that whatever response you give to us, a day certainly will come where the people will have the privilege to see their mind. And the best thing all of us can do for ourselves is to tell ourselves the truth. Understand, I am not a root side player in this matter, in this issue. I have the record of every man who has given in everything, almost everything, for the sake of this journey. And they are humiliated, they are disgraced, they are rubbished. Without Biafra Human Rights Radio, people like us, well, God knows how he fights for people like us. Somebody call here and say, you would have been dead. And that is because the brother knows what is obtainable. Caller on the line, are you there?
Yeah.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. No worry, name. Go ahead, please.
I'm happy to get you online today. I've been listening to your program and I'm so happy to hear what you're discussing today. Because actually free hands must be on deck to make things work. Because the thing that is happening these days, I don't just know how to talk about it. All the things happening in the high chamber there, we are not happy about it. We that are on the ground looking at what is going on. Because when the water is now dirty from the up, those of us that are the down part of it will not be able to make use of that water. And actually this evening as I listened to your program, I know you did not mention anybody's name. I don't know why that guy that calls himself a state guy will call you and start saying all those kind of rubbish he is saying. That's how some people, even inside some problem, they think that they are solving it. So everybody is praying for things to work well. And this night, I don't think that you've mentioned anybody's name. Everybody is supposed to put hands on deck and pray so that things will work well. If I tell you what is happening around my area now, you will not believe it. The way these people, the Nigerian forces are maltreating our people here is very bad. The way they arrest our youth, they kill them without much provocation, even to the extent that these people will go to where people gather to do burial and open fire, live bullet. Many were injured, some are killed, and even go as far as arresting people there, and they are seeing corpse in that place, knowing full well that it's burial they are doing. And it's not even that these people are doing the burial as the agitation of 18 or what. They just concluded now that any gathering of people gather in Biafra land, they are doing agitation. And now we people are suffering this problem, suffering from this humiliation and intimidation and even death. Not even have our faith again on the people that claim that they are leading us to go home. So where are we heading to? Where are we going to learn upon? Instead of all of us to be praying and be begging all of you up to put hands together and reconcile with each other. In a quarrel between husband and wife, and you being a child, you will not side anybody. Rather, you will be pleading with your parents for them to reconcile. I will not stand here now and tell people that you are wrong, or tell people that Uchemefu is wrong, or that Mazin Namdekani is wrong. All of them that are the leadership, they know their problem. Me, I don't know their problem. Let them go back. If they know where they started, let them go there and
reconcile it. I was so much disturbed when I started hearing your own news and names in Radio Biafra. Anytime I tune the radio, I will be hearing all this content. I was so disturbed.
That time they were enjoying it. Thunder that will fire and the Kano is
you
Jimmy.
made all of us to be more stronger than how we were before, and all of us believed you and believed Mazin Namdekana as well, and the teachings you give to us. I'm telling you, even those that would have not been strong, they become stronger and stronger all of a sudden. To start hearing, you are receptor, you do this, you do that, you stay transmitter, you sleep with people. Oh my goodness. There's nobody who could be the person will still be himself again, unless it's people that like to hear such kind of stories. And I have been waiting to hear when our leader will come up and say enough is enough. All of a sudden I started hearing Rezo, DJ, Rezo. I said, HMFO is now Rezo. Is it Rezo Blade or what? And the DJ, and is this, is that. Anytime I go to social media, the kind of names they call some of our leaders make me not to continue even reading the comments again. I keep on asking myself, does it mean that our leader, Mazin Namdekano, is not seeing all these things? Can't he put all these things to a stop? Now the thing has escalated to the level that more division has been created than united. They normally say IPOB one family, but now there are 1,000,001 families, not one again. And I don't know whether he himself up there is not seeing it. They may be telling him lies. So they may be telling him lies. If there's any way he will come to the ground and
we thought about that before.
Better for him.
They are not
because
lying to
all
him.
the things they tell him are Kakambu stories. They stories and give him the.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
To get at all in Biafra land. So something must be done. Like this call for unity you people are making. I need that call for unity, and that thing you always say we go nowhere. I love that statement. And the thing that made me to be very happy is because I was so disturbed thinking that the restoration of Biafra will just go that way. But I'm so happy to see here that you have come together again to be talking about the restoration of Biafra. That's the utmost important. And that's what we are, that's what we are waiting for. And that's what we need. Even if it's a child that is born today, we get up and come and help us to get this. All of us will follow that person and sponsor that person and be with that person and be praying with that person. It's not mandatory that it is written on one person's face or forehead or two or three persons' forehead that they will do it. It's a collective interest. It's for all of them, all of us. And this is must come in unionism so that all of us will be happy as one when it will come. Please, I'm just thanking God for you, your courage and your doggedness and strength you are putting in everything, every time. And you being in this kind of a place that I know what we are passing through. I just pray that Chiku Okikadama will continue to protect you and preserve you so that none of the evil eyes will see you, as all of us must be alive till when this Biafra will be restored. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, and that is the true Biafran spirit. And of course, like my sister was saying, Namdekano should come down and see what there. We took almost 1 year or more trying to study the source of all the hulu balu within the system. And then we discovered he was the one. He thrived in the midst of confusion. If you have been able to read 48 laws of power, one of them thrive when they are subject to against each other. And so if Namdekano does not make me quarrel with you, he can't function. And then when we saw that is how he functioned, we knew we are in for a deep trouble. So we prepared our mind. So he knows. But that having been said, his action must be reviewed. No, if I have come here now, I will say all Biafran people are stupid people. They don't have sense. They are useless. Some persons will tell me they will kill my mother and my father. But then this same man will give so much respect. This same man we projected above our father, our king, our governor, above every one of us. Comes up one day, take this mic, and all of you in UK, you are idiots. You don't have sense. Rat in the cage. Shameless. Shameful. Disgrace. After insulting all of you, the next thing, which is the primary motive of everything he does, is money. Just take our money, my money, and send it to Germany. Because he's running from UK. Now he's begging them, wow, I beg now, you now have to ginger our people. He's not real. Make una use una tongue, can't una teeth. Epoha eji ya gbari enye oto. Iba ime mulo yeje menye kwa. Kan ndi wenye sini mulo kwa na mama mano. Understand. He is not our message here. And even though we decide to talk about him so you know who he is, we cannot be distracted. Mazimefo is busy doing what he has to do. Other pro-Biafran group are very busy. They don't even have time for what you are doing. But for the sake of posterity, because my generation after generation, they will know all our actions. Like I always say, our deed on this very day will be on the lips of endless generation of Biafra. And it shall last beyond the pyramids of Egypt. And along the line, they say I become saboteur. And then they are going to review my response to that discussion. And then you see all of them. Go and look at all the people calling me saboteur. God has started dealing with all of them. And I do not mock them. And will I use this opportunity to withdraw a little bit and tell IPOB to stop deceiving themselves and go and take care of Pastor Jack. Pastor Jack is rotten after doing you people's dirty job. He's rotten. One leg and one hand. You people have abandoned him. What you can do is to go and find out where was he going to when he got accident. But when he was buying recharge card with his money to condemn me, call me thieves. You have forgotten. All of you, you will know the kind of person you have dealt with. There is a power that shapes my way, and to him I return to. That is why I tell those of you who are afraid to speak out for the truth, because they gave you juju, you have to come to me, inbox me. Somebody have inboxed me already, and I will call him and tell him what to do. When the leaders are dishonorable, the people are removed from under oath. If you hide this truth, the next generation will die in ignorance and in consequence of sin they know nothing about. Our duty is to save our people spiritually and physically. And like I was saying, or our topic was rather, is on how to ensure a total emancipation. The most important thing we need to do, we must dissolve Nigeria. And I gave ways to do that. And then there must be proper consultation, which Imefo among other pro-Biafran group are working very hard to ensure that is done. So those of you who are angry that you have not been consulted, honestly, it's our mistake and we are sorry. It's not going to be Facebook consulting. We all know the truth. We will tell ourselves the truth. And together we shall form modality that will usher us into the next stage. It doesn't matter where you come from. Every state you have Biafran, from Edo State to Kogi State, down to Benue State, and of course all the South and the Southeast. We know ourselves already, despite the fact that we have to sometimes be sounding politically correct in order to save our head. But it's okay. We will outgrow that stage. We will pass that stage. And then, my brother on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? And of course, he has been waiting for a very long time. I don't know if he's still there. Caller on WhatsApp. Your phone is muted and I don't know how to do that. But if you are listening, I try to pick your call, but you are muted already. So what do? You try and come back if you can. And of course, caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp. Caller on WhatsApp.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother. Your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, sir.
Oh, wale name
Wamaba.
Nwebo, wale name Ano wako, Igali chale no rigonte, Chikuya no inono. Ndo. Go ahead, please. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Chukudi Eric. I'm calling from Italy. I hail from Anyama province, Biafra land. The reason why I call, I decided not to call today. So I will listen, just because of one of IPOP member who called from Italy. That's the reason why I decided to call. I was an assistant mobilization officer in Italy. I served IPOP. I was a full member of IPOB before I decided to leave them with the dirty game they are playing with the life of our people. I just want to ask some of IPOB members a little question, just some question, because when a man is going down, you are still celebrating that man. You are just wasting your time. 2016, 2017, how many people will come out on social media and talk against Nnamdi Kanu? 214, 215. Nobody will come out on social media and insult this man. Nobody. But now, what is happening? To show that the mantle of leadership have left this man, and people are still blind. And the more they break, the more people are still coming after him. Our people supposed to have sense and think that this man is going down every day by day. The people who insulted Nnamdi Kanu, who was trying to talk to him to get sense 2019, is more lesser than 2020. 2020 is more lesser than 2021. Which means 2022 is going to be a war for him. The only thing that he needs to do is to go and sit down and think, what am I going to do to resolve this issue? I need to go back to my people and apologize to my people, because the gods of our land is after him. If you don't know, the spirit of Biafra is chasing him. The spirit of Biafra is after him. You need to know, you need to understand something. Because everything now is changing. Things are waving now. And he was trying now to show power, to wrestle with people. You cannot wrestle with Biafra, the spirit of Biafra. In fact, Nnamdi Kanu supposed to understand that there is no chance for him anymore. The only thing now he needs to do is to go back and apologize to our people and tell our people the truth. Because today's topic, you are not discussing about him. This is how some IPOB members, some of them are fooling themselves.
No, they want to project his image. His God don't cause him thunder with fire and the Kano. For those people he killed, for those people he's still killing, if he does not repent, he will understand that the pair of light is not in his hand. He's a very wicked somebody. In as much as I like to sound very polite, understand we are the evidence of evil and atrocity he has committed to our people. We are not just the custodian of this knowledge. We have every evidence to expose him when the time comes. For the sake of trust, we decide to keep certain things down. But for the sake of humanity, we will not let him go beyond what he has done. When he was telling them, leave Facebook, leave here, people think he's protecting them. His people, they arrested. He has not told them, and we don't want to say it. He will use his mouth to tell them. Many of his people have been apprehended, and they are singing really good. They have pointed at everybody. So he's telling them, they destroy your phone, do this one. so that peradventure they catch them. Go and find out Ebonyi State coordinator has been picked up. He's going to sing. So why would you tell people to do something you do not have any means of protecting them when they start? And these people don't know. They are still jumping up and down. When he was committing this atrocity, we thought he was being misled. It was our duty to guide and protect him. With everything we have, we defended this man, we protected this man. And now what he's doing is that every reasonable person in the system, he is removing them. Then now they are writing application. Please, we need coordinators, call this number. That is what they are doing now. So he can put ignorant people who cannot question his authority there. He's running away already. People can't see it until he disappears. But on one baba konembo, makano menu wa huni kuem hi mewe kuehwa. O meno mare o wedi ndia fari beku sisono, ishi ama fari beku. O wedi ndia ho siso jade jishi we pa mato makasa. Opu hebe ni hu eji onwenye eji anya egbu ale. Unu nwa amare na onye nwene rishu dara arokoto ba. Apu ani nde soni we na bia de timpu. Enyi bia da gwa ndi nke nye joku. And we ke memi ihe ahụ we joku. O menu ememene ihe we joku. Where am I? Kani ndị nkenyi jekoda mani ihe we joku. Ndị ani ọma mmune enyi owule ibia de kunu ọnụ. Ebe ọlụ n'orile we sọnụ n'were ekwoku Biafra. Goni wente. Goni wente maka na enyi gbachi nkịtị wee gbugu ndị Igbo wee gbume ndị Ijọ wee gbugu ndị Ijọ wabịa de kunu enyi wee jekoda ekunu ndị Urobo Olishekiri onwe n'onye kalato. I hope you are still there, caller on WhatsApp. And of course, Brother Chim is here. Hold on, please.
I am here because something that was last year when I was discussing with Faith Ogala. That period we normally discuss every time. I was asking her some questions. I said, let me just give an example, like a family who have maybe we'll have like 10 leaders on that family or 10 people, and one of them have like 5 members, and one of them have like 10 members. The other ones have like, they have more population than other people. And because you have like 1,000 members and you can be able to insult other people and nobody will ask you, because you have people, you have followers more than your fellow elders. You can insult other people and your children will insult other people. And we, the IPOB, will come out to insult to Wazirike. What do you expect from Wazirike followers? The insult you are giving Wazirike, if anybody insults Nnamdi Kanu, you are the one who insulted Nnamdi Kanu, because the more you insult other people father, they will insult your father. Ask her. You are calling Asade Tekubo a pig. What do you expect from Asade Tekubo followers? Because Asade Tekubo have children. And if Asade Tekubo children are insulting Nnamdi Kanu, you are the one insulting Nnamdi Kanu. Those IPOB people who are coming here to insult you, insult Mazu Chemefo, insult our father Benu, they are the one insulting Nnamdi Kanu, because they will not insult people like Una. We will keep quiet. We will respond to them. They are the one insulting Nnamdi Kanu. They should get it right. The more you insult other people father, they will insult your father. If you insult person mother, they will insult your mother. The insult given to other people's parents, they will return it to your parents. You are the one who insult your parents. IPO people should get sent. They should learn. The more they insult people like you, insult our father Benu, we will respond to them. They are the one who insulting Nnamdi Kanu, not we. Because they don't get sense. All of them
I have said it severally.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you.
Other people call. Thank you.
I have said it time without number. Any day I wake up, I enter Facebook. Any of Nnamdi Kanu Abenokwabe controlled individual insult me, Nnamdi Kanu one way or the other, I will respond to him. He sent them. He's the one using them. In most cases, he's the owner of those Facebook because he's fighting a proxy war. But then he forgot that the same people who made gun made bulletproof. My brother on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
I'm so sorry I have to keep you waiting this long. Go ahead, please. The word is listening.
Yeah. Good evening, Diokba George. And thank you once again for keeping on keeping. And I wouldn't want to take much of your time. Good evening to all Biafrans, lovers of freedom, and friends of Biafra. Today's topic was a good one, not until part of or few of Nnamdi Kano loyalists try to derail the program. You know, the guy from Ebonyi State, I think he lives in oblivion. I don't know if you've seen the video, the so-called ESN Enugu in the bush. You know, there are three holding some AK-47 rifle pointing to a guy on his nail. Now, this is part of the destruction Nnamdi Kanu is bringing down to Southeast and Biafra land in particular. Now, all the readouts, nothing meaningful. Today, who is Nnamdi Kanu and his ESN to dictate to individuals who they sell their lands to? I don't think most people appreciate the danger this guy is bringing upon Biafra land. People need to go back how Boko Haram started. People need to go back and check how so much insecurity became the norm in North today. When the government of the day was busy making excuses, rather than stamp down their feet, they were using kids' gloves. Oh, it's farmers' herders clashes. Oh, it's cattle colony. Oh, it's Ruga. Oh, it's cattle this, cattle that. Today, when the banditry started, Buhari, full of bigotry, so ineffective, rather than do the needful, he was busy making excuses for these bandits. Oh, they are from Niger. They are not from Nigeria. Today, the evidence is there. In the north, most places are full of IDPs. And I think a particular community in Benue State as well. Why am I bringing this line of thoughts? For those trying to defend Nnamdi Kanu, let them wait till his evil comes and consumes every one of us. Then we'll look for who to blame. When people like Diokba George take the pain to change the narrative, people will not appreciate it. We all cannot be bootlickers. Everybody cannot be hallelujah boys. In fact, the way most of Nnamdi Kanu blinded IPOB followers are doing, it is no different from most of the Nigerians. The same Nigerians, they will go and sing praises to the same politician that is, making the country difficult for everybody. Rather than you see them ask questions, challenge these politicians or the governors or the elites, they will be the ones singing their praises, like in the words of Dilominaye, hallelujah boys. Today, I'm a saboteur. I'm more than happy to be called a saboteur, so long I know I'm standing on the path of truth. We are seeing what is happening in Olo. Now, this ESN has started misbehaving in Enugu. If the governor of Enugu decides to clamp down on them, and before I forget, I think last week, the Federal Executive Security Briefing, now they are coming hard on everybody. That is one of the reasons. It's not the Kanu will not tell these people the truth. All he told them, destroy your phones, destroy your SIM card, change your location. He would not tell them that he hit his son. It's better I tell them, listen, guys, there's fire on the mountain. Now, how many of them have the resources to escape the country? None. When people calling to say Sabatin Nnamdi Kanu, let them go back and, in all honesty, tell themselves the truth. If Nnamdi Kanu is doing the right thing or he is interested in bringing mayhem in the entire Biafran land. I don't, if I try to talk about these guys, is it from pronouncing people's deaths? The same Diokba George Onyibe. How many of them took the pen to challenge the narrative on Biafra TV when they were showing frivolous invoices, slandering his name? You have the right of reply. You have to protect your name. You have family. You have relations. Do they know the damage that is? If you have kept quiet, everybody will believe it. Today, everybody say Fajuna. How many of them knew that those things were allegations? Just like after the Nzogu coup, the narrative was it's an Igbo coup, and no Igbo elite stood up to challenge it. Even if we know that other tribes, soldiers from other tribes partook in that coup. But today they tell it's an Igbo coup. Who told it's an Igbo coup? Is Ifajuna an Igbo man? I'm not trying to, cause.
My brother, you are on point. We know the truth. You are on
yes,
point.
Sir. Most
there
of
are
them,
so many Yoruba people with Ifajuna. You don't hear their name.
Now they said it's an Igbo coup. How many of them have done the research? Because the Igbos then kept quiet. And today, it has become the order of the day. Nnamdi Kanu, let him come out and refute these allegations. And some of them in Nigeria, are they so blind they cannot see the reality? Who challenges, at the end of the day, now, ESN is their duty to begin to look for people that sold their land and to who they sold to. Who gave them that right? Who gave them the right? Where does that come from? Is that a part of the duties of his militia group called ESN? People need to wake up. Nnamdi has caused a lot of damage. He's burned so many bridges that cannot be repaired. People need to wake up and face the reality. Nnamdi Kanu, Biafra is bigger than him. Biafra is a collective effort, not one man effort. If he could do it for the last 8 years, what has he achieved? Today, people need to go and ask, why is the debate Ikwere is not Igbo? People need to go and look at the stance of the Obako Ikwere Convention, which is the apex body of the Ikwere people. People need to go and ask, why is even a Chie that shares boundary with Imo State are distancing themselves? Because Nnamdi Kanu will always sit over the radio and bacanize everybody. The same thing he's accusing Lugard of, the same thing he's doing. So where's the difference? He would always tell you, Lord Lugard is a drunkard. He did this, he did that. Nnamdi Kanu, whom has he sat down to talk with? Nobody. Today, the great Benin emancipation is distancing themselves because of the way he backanized them. The same way the Galas. People need to wake up. This guy is just, he preaches one thing and does the opposite. And now he succeeded in raising a group of charlatans who cannot engage. And I have no apologies for calling them charlatans. Today, all his mission is to set Biafra land ablaze. Is it his most recent utterances? Who has he got regard for? He has no respect for nobody. People need to wake up. It's not about Nnamdi Kanu. He's no saint. His wrongdoings are evident. People need to wake up. Look at them today. The young generation. They are comfortable of calling Ohaneze Ndigbo Ohaneze Ndoshi because of Nnamdi Kanu taught them that. And these are calibers of people. We need everybody. We need each other. But Nnamdi Kanu has pit everybody against themselves. Moreover, those that are not sensible enough to even see the wood from the tree. And they think, oh, who is Nnamdi Kanu? He said, nobody. He didn't make himself. At the end of the day, people toil, people put in their sweat. Today, we can say IPOB used to have family units in all parts of Biafran land. Who made it possible? People like George Onyibe. They were the foot on ground doing this job, not Nnamdi Kanu. People need to wake up. Today, will he take the glory of the all family unit of IPOB all over the world? No. People work for it. And how is he paying these people back? By calling them rats in a cage, behaving like babies. Rather, most of them to sit down and think, this guy is completely way out of order. He's the #1 saboteur, but people don't know it. People don't know it. He's damaged the relationship, even within IPOB, even with other pro-Biafran groups, even with our brothers from Niger Delta. He's just damaged everything. That today he's left so much work to be done. First, before you even start to talk anything with the pro-Biafran group, the reconciliation is going to be difficult because some of them say, you know what, this is it. We don't want to have anything to do with you guys. But people don't understand this. Do they think it's going to be easy sitting down with our brothers from Niger Delta, trying to tell them we are sorry? apologizing for work you never did. When Nnamdi Kanu has everything that all he could do, just be cautious with what he says, and go out there to build bridges. Any leader that is not interested in building bridges is not a leader. A leader must learn how to build bridges that will stand the test of time. But this guy is not interested in building any bridge at all. All his interest was, if there was any bridge, let him collapse the whole bridge. Yeah, but thank you so much for your good work. And Chukwu Okike Biama bless and guide you and your family.
Thank you very much. You say, my brother, always on point. And of course, our people must understand that the truth cannot be overemphasized. We have a mission, we have an agenda. Above all, we have a nation to deliver. And to do this, every instrument of freedom must be deployed. And what are these instruments of freedom? Maybe tomorrow we'll look into them. You cannot give what you don't have. And so when you say you're fighting for freedom, understand what freedom is. Have it yourself. Distribute it among you and your brothers. That is the only thing that will pass the formation, that even those you do not know will as well benefit from it. One of the greatest challenge of Nigeria is that they don't know what is freedom, neither can they give freedom. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Oh, I lost that caller. But if you still can, you call back. You were on already. And so, if they don't appreciate the true meaning of freedom, there is not possible that they can be able to give it. You cannot give what you don't have. Moreover, they know the truth. But Nigeria is better off for all of them than to divide Nigeria. A lot of cockaboo story go on online in the Nigerian newspaper. They tell you one thing or the other. But if you begin to follow what they tell you, they are deceiving you. Some of you are happy now, rejoicing. Hey, Aso Rock don't burn. Hey, they've burned Aso Rock. I just have to sound in such a way so the majority of our people will understand, the grassroots individuals. Hey, then don't burn Aso Rock. Hey, Elohim has burned Aso Rock. Don't worry. Tomorrow, next tomorrow, we will know how much the burning of Aso Rock has been taken from the national account. One of them has spoken and said, no more cigar smoking in Aso Rock. You can imagine, but they know what they are doing. Are you there, caller on WhatsApp?
Hello.
Yes, good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from? Go ahead, please. Of course, sometimes it's like that. It is the epileptic network we have around here. And then let's see if we can be able to take that call. So our people should find out when they are telling you from today, no more smoking. Is it ganja weed they smoke or is it cigarette? You can't, but under normal circumstances, let us reason like grown-up men. Do you think smoking in the house can cause fire outbreak? Nobody is stupid to be able to leave their cylinder gas on till the extent that owning a cigarette will set the house ablaze. Nobody is stupid. Even the drunks don't do that. But if we go back to Buhari record from inception, you will discover when he was called to give the account of, is it ITC or what? When he was, in fact, every position he occupied in Nigeria, even to this current one, each time he releases, he leaves the office and he's called to give account. Once there is any attempt to review his activities in his position, fire must consume that thing. Fire must burn that place. It is not because God is angry with us. Because they are burning those places to cover a huge amount of money. And now when they come up tomorrow and say the fire incident that occurred in Aso Rock, it is very painful that we lose almost 100 billion US dollar, which will eventually affect Nigerian economic. But the Central Bank and the Federal Ministry of Urban Development and Cultural Resources are making sure, in collaboration with the DSS and other security agencies, to make sure that a proper forensic investigation is carried on in order to bring the culprits to the justice. We have seen this issue and situation as a work of sabotage, which as a sovereign nation, we cannot allow this to go just that way. They speak grammar. And that is the end. We will suffer for it as we are suffering already. You get the point. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. And of course, I lost that caller. We are inching closer to the end of this program. But on a very short note, I will remind us. There are two important things we must do. So many. But we're revealing just two this evening. And one of them is that everything about Nigeria must be dissolved. Because the true thing that would have glued us together, which is this justice system, is actually a tool of emasculation for our people. They do not understand the meaning of equity. And how do you expect them to be fair to you? And then we have been able to review the simple fact that in the end, there is need for proper consultation. There is need to discuss. If after what we have suffered in Nigeria, of course the system is deliberately designed to make our children ignorant, and we cannot point out these things to them and let them have a say in the future to continue fighting this war if we fail them, which we eagerly and earnestly pray to the Creator that we can. It is going to be a cool day for us in hell. But we ask God to show us mercy, that while we go through these processes, He will keep us focused. He will continue to guide us. He will bring us down home, so that of the truth we can be able to do what we are supposed to do as the people of God. Biafra is a mystery nation, and the earlier we know, the better. Are you there, caller on the line?
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening from here, Ada Biafra. Go ahead.
Biafra.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah. I want to thank you for the good work you are doing for Biafrans. And the more you are doing it, Chukwu, God of heaven, is opening the eyes of my people, Ebonyi. Because they are the ones who have. Okay, now that they are saying destroy food, it's them that they are picking up. They are picking up the Ebonyi people. I was talking with one of them. And say, how could you be there defending a man that have sold you? You are there. If not for you, if not that you came on air one day was talking about blood oath, they want to take all the Ebonyi people to. They would have taken that blood oath. The guy was amazing.
But the blood oath did not stop because they are in the West now. They've gone to Ekiti State, they are going to Osun State, they are carrying native doctors from Benue State and Kogi State to go and put our people there under blood oath. That is the same man who is doing praise and worship. And people don't even know. Most of the members there are resigning already.
They should not, they should not. If they are hearing me, they should not take any blood oath, especially this time. Let their eyes be open. I don't know. I'm praying that Chukwu Kikabiama will open their eyes that Chukwokika will open their eyes so that everybody will see. We see so that all this evil will get out of their brain, because immediately you see the truth and say it, all the whole of your body will look like somebody who has gotten a very big deliverance. Let their eyes be open. I don't know. Every day I cry. Open the eyes of my people. Because open their eyes so that they will see, so that they will know. If Fukwanonya had Azozi Biafra, all business, all business, Kejayeme, or Baraduzikwa, or Barakatoli will. Let them not give him blood again to grow in his spiritual or whatever on him, the spiritual. Enyezini or Barabiko, Unenyezina, Unusanya, Sana Anyuni, Unenzino Barako, Jirine Tinku, Shit Nago, or Bariada Ninehan Wekobara, Ujirine Meyesina Anazo Biafra. Meanwhile, we're Biafra Anazo. Biko, Chichukokika, anime every day, Chichukokika Dama. Open the eyes of the people of Biafra who are still ignorant like me before. Open their eyes so that they will see things by themselves and run away. Blood is what they are looking for. Blood is what they are looking for. Blood is what they are looking for. They are the same now with Fulani. Because Fulani, if they did not eat any blood, they will run mad. So they are looking for blood. Please don't give them blood again. Enough of all these ones. Many of them have not been buried. Some have been in the hospital since October last year. Nobody is talking. Some are even beginning to decay. Nobody is talking about them. But those that are collecting, they are living large, living big, making mouth, talking nonsense, what I don't know. These my people, pray that your eyes will open so that the Koune now for but let them be starved of the blood. Every day why should our people not open their eyes? I think that people now, with many of them now, their eyes are beginning to open. They begin to see what is happening. And there is no ESN in Ebonyi. Ebonyi state governor, I beg of you, stop killing them. Stop killing your youth. Stop killing your people. If you catch them, talk to them and release them. They don't know. Many of us are not educated. Don't kill them. Those you caught in King by shade. Bunafa, talk to them. He released them to their parents. Nenu Sunday that I was talking to before October. I told him, Sunday, be careful. And he went on and SAS on the Koje no be. Ana menye command. Omo obey, Mego. See, Sunday is dead. See my village, see Sunday village. The mother don't have any other child. He's the only son. Sunday is the only son. He's dead. He have not been buried himself. I don't know whether their people will allow us to go and bury him or not, because anger will fill everywhere. Biko Governor of Ebonyi Egusi n'afa, ọ bụ na ị maara mbọsị ahụ ha nọchigo ụzọ, you would have catch all of them. Biko njedebe ha, mana kịta igbuchesịrị fa kezi biko stop killing them. They don't know. There is nothing like ESN. Ebonyi enwere ESN. We have people that the place that allows Muslim or the indigenous, they don't allow all those to come close. In fact, since I grew up in my village, I never see Hausa man, I never see Fulani man. One day I saw one Hausa man. I was shouting, where did this one come from? I never see her. I was telling my mother the story of how I saw Hausa man. He said maybe he followed the car and come. That in the evening, that if he did not go, that they would give him where to stay. But this time, he see the Ebonyi youth and suffer them. Please don't kill them. And we don't know anything. We think we are fighting for Biafra, that all these things that he's telling us is truth. I am a shaken on a radio Biafra now to Kwangbe. Na tua shi ututu ya ba ni asha here and there. Ke si noru na radio we sa ni nga gu we fusi mogi we listen card gi to buya one side and you will another ndị robo ọ bụrụ na ha chaghị with the same nka iji gbolu ọnụ na IPOB, ọ bụrụ na ha fụrụ ha mara na anyị na-use anụkasịnka ha mara ozi ụzọ ha ga-esitere ka na ezi ụdịrị ihe bụ ihe nke ịtaosi ọ na redio na-enye eri ndị iro direction ha ga-eji wee nweta anyị, mana Chukwu Okike abịa ma ga-eprotect anyị ncha niile. Ọ ga-enyela anyị aka, ọ ga-emepesi anyị anya. Take blood oath, na biko, na let nobody take blood oath. Is not wise. Chukwu Okike protect us, Chukwu Okike magozierum uchemefo, dokpa uchemefo. Only wepụta child of circumstance ya bụ Human Rights Radio. If this thing is happening and we don't have a place to talk, oh my God, by now, I don't think all of us would have been alive. May God bless you. I'm blessing every one of you. I'm bless our elder Obido Bienu, the good man. I'm bless Dr. Kado. I know what Dr. Kado was doing then. I was like, who is this man? He knows every part of Biafra. And he was doing one program. He just came and described how Biafra looks like. All the parts. Then I was seeing them. All those people, they are gone. They are gone. But I know that all of them will come back and come together and join hands together. Let's restore Biafra. We are praying. And I know that Chukwu Okike will do great things for us.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, caller on WhatsApp, are you still there?
Yes, Mazi, I'm still here. Good evening. Mazi, thank you for what you have been doing for our people. And for every caller that have been calling this evening, I greet each and every one of you. And viewers all over the world, I greet you. I remain Daniel Usoro. I'm calling from Akwa Ibom State. I want to use this opportunity to speak to my very own people. They need to come out and join this very movement. This is what we have been doing. A lot has been achieved through Biafra right movement, trying to emancipate the rights of the Biafran people, the right for self-determination, the right for our people to be free, and the right for our people to have an option to choose what they want for themselves economically, politically. They have the right to determine which direction that their society. So it is a call for all and sundry in every part of Biafra land to rise up and be a participant in this very work that we are doing today. And I'm speaking with emphasis to my people in Akwa Ibom State. We cannot continue to play innocence, or we cannot continue to do as if what is going on nationally is not our business. Mazi, I was following one of your programs when you were talking to your people in Anioma, why Anioma politicians had been hiding behind, they have been hiding, they have refused to come up and lead the people of Anioma. This is the same case we are having. Sometimes you begin to ask yourself, where are the Akwa Ibom senators that we have? Where are the Akwa Ibom politicians that we have? They have not come out to speak on national issues. You will see a lot of them, they want to play local politics. Many of them are getting up now looking for how they are going to betray the present governor, and how the governor is going to betray them, and how they will fight to who occupy the governor's seat at the end of the day in 2023. Where are the likes of the Akwabios on national issues? These are people that the Akwa Ibomites had invested their trust on them, but we are continually being betrayed on daily basis by these politicians. So we find out that it is only when we come out to take the bull by the horn, which is taking the bold step to decide our future, that is when we are going to have a clear direction, a clear-cut direction of what we want. People had failed us. So many people who rise, promise us freedom, at the end of the day were betrayed. I know that is the why my people are having reservations to come out. But the truth is, if people fail you, you cannot afford to fail yourself. What are the alternatives left for the Anang society, the Ibibio society, the ethic people? What are the alternatives that are left? Our traditional institutions, the sociocultural groups that we have, what are the alternatives that are left for us? We are just doing as if nothing is really happening, that we are not part of the larger Nigerian oppression today. Everyone here seems to be comfortable. Everyone here seems to just want to grow in this kind of oppressive society and wait for death to come and meet them at the end of the day. That's just what they are waiting for. That's just what they are looking for. Because I tell them that the moment the Igbo areas are overrun, then we are done. We are done. The reason why we feel safe, the reason why we have this false sense of security is because there are those who are taking the heat. There are those who are facing it, who are getting it hot. The moment those places are overrun, we refuse to lend the necessary support. We are all gone. We are all gone, because there is no one entirely that is there to defend the right of the Akwa Ibom people. Because even the name Akwa Ibom is just an artificial creation itself that had not been able to unify our people. That is why you will still see the Anans, the BBOs, still fighting, still talking about, I am not from this ethnic group, you are not from this. Because even the name that seems to bind us together is not an indigenous creation. An indigenous created name.
It's just something that separated our people even from many of our people in Cross River State, and we are not connected to them. There is no a sense of connection with our people that are far from us. People just divide us, give us a name, and we start fighting ourselves. We fail to understand that we are a nation. We fail to understand that we are a people. We have a cause to advance. We have a cause to look upon. We have a cause for the survival of our race. The survival of our race, the race of the Efik man, the race of the Anak man, the Ibibio man, is not being looked after. And at the end of the day, who is going to do this for us, if not for ourselves? We are the ones in the shithole. We are the ones in the mess. But it's so unfortunate that so many people outside in diaspora are the ones now talking about the freedom of those in the shithole. It is we that is supposed to appeal to them. It is we that is supposed to beg them. It is we that is supposed to call them to come and help us. But rather, otherwise is the case. Other people outside are calling and begging us every day that you have to be free, you have to be free. So which way, if not for we to sit down and think? People had failed us, of course. We know of the recent failures that we have experienced in the hands of people. We know of the betrayals that we have experienced in the hands of the people. We know how we have been extorted, how we have been lied to. But are we going to dwell on that and remain in bondage? The Bible said, is it because grace abound? That is why you will continue in sin. The message this night is it because you still see, you wake up in the morning and you are ushered into a new day, that is why you will still continue in slavery? The fire is coming. There is fire on the mountain, and it is coming gradually. The moment it gets to your household, it will become too late for you to do anything about it. My people should rise. My people should do something. But we cannot talk about freedom whereby there is an absence of knowledge. People don't know why they should be free anymore. People don't know why they should be free. The essence of freedom. People don't know about their human rights anymore. People don't know that there is a life better than the one that they have right now. So until they understand that there is something more, there is something better than the one that they have right now, then the essence of speaking freedom to them has been lost. I call on our people, the youngs and the old. It's time for we to have a reflection on the life that we are living so far. Is this the best that life can offer? It's so unfortunate that we feel that we in this part of the world, in this climate, that the life we are living is the best deserving life that we can ever have. It is the life that we have been sentenced to because we are from Africa, because we are from this part of the world. That those who are seeing a better life, those who are having a better life, is because they are in other climes, they are in other part of the world. That is the kind of mentality we have today. That this is the kind of economic supposed to have. This is the kind of advantage that we are supposed to have. This is the mentality of our people today. The ability to aspire for more is no longer there. The ability to think about more, the ability to think of better innovations that is going to advance and keep them in a competitive age with their mates in other continents is no longer there. It's not there because brains are not functioning, because our thinking faculties have been limited, because our thinking mentality had been limited, because our visions had been distorted. We no longer have clear-cut visions of what we want as a people, of what we can achieve as a people, of what our society can be if we are ready to stand firm and work for it. Someone likely said that it is not the fault of the oppressor that he is oppressing you. The oppressor, the cheats, the liars, they have their agenda. It is you that have no agenda. That is why you are being oppressed. The oppressed man is not a man that is under oppression, or it is not because he's been oppressed by someone. The first form of oppression is when you fail to see the need to have an agenda of freedom. You become a victim of oppression when you fail to see the essence of having of having an agenda to free and to emancipate yourself. The reason why Africa is still in subjugation, the reason why Africa is still in this kind of depression that we are today is because our leaders have no agenda. There is no agenda for to be competitive. There is no agenda for innovation. There is no agenda to compete with other developing clients. That is why it is not because the Western world are too strong. It is not because the oppressor are too mighty. It is not because the Fulani Janjaweed we are talking about is too strong. They are only executing their agenda. They are only executing their jobs. It is your failure to execute yours that makes you a victim at the end of the day. The moment you start executing your own agenda, your own plans, it takes you from the state of victimhood to the state of a competitor. So the reason why we are still victims, we cry out every day as victims, is because we have not been able to do our assignment. The moment you set your foot on the path of working, doing your necessary work, doing your assignment, your homework, you are no longer a victim. You are now a competitor with your oppressor. I just want to say to my people that many a times what we see as a big deal is not a big deal. It is just the failures of our fathers, the failures of our people, the failures of our failures is what is staring us in our faces today. It is our failures that is staring us. No one is responsible. No one is responsible for what we are passing through. It is our inabilities that is just staring us in our faces today. If we are going to unanimously rise up and say this is what we want, I tell you that even the sky cannot be our limit. I end up with this. We heard of the story of the men who wanted to build the Tower of Babel. They have not yet built it. The Bible said the Lord saw that these people they said to themselves in their hearts. These men said to themselves in their heart that let us build a tower that is going to reach God. And this was just a thought. They have not even started building it, but God has already seen, he saw that project completed. Because they saw it, they visualized it, they unanimously agree, and in the spirit realm, that project was already executed because they unanimously agreed. So the moment we unanimously agree that this is what we want, the job is done. The job is done. It's done. Thank you very much, Amaze, for this very opportunity you have given to me this very evening. Biafrans all over the world, we need to ask ourselves what we want. And how do we get our people involved in what we want? We have spent our money so much on things that are unnecessary. Our people in diaspora have spent their money, they have their hard-earned money on agendas without directions, on things that they have spent money without asking questions. A lot of our people are still in darkness. It is not about dishing out money every now and then, and at the end of the day, it is not giving you the result that you want. What have we been doing over the last decade? There are people that say they started this freedom since 2009 up to that very moment. What have you been able to achieve at the end of the day? So is this how freedom is expensive? Is this how long it is going to take us? Is this how long it's going to take us? So does it mean the same freedom I'm crying out for today, my son is going to come and still join me and to be crying for freedom? So is this how it is going to go? Is this how it's going to go, or there is an alternative that we have failed to look at, which is rising up to do what is necessary, looking at our priorities and facing them squarely? The priorities of building bridges with our people, the priorities of making sure that we have understanding with our people. Let our people understand the essence of freedom first. Let our people be equipped with the reason why they have to be free. The rural areas. It's It's not for we to just you just come out and start making noise, thunderous noise, and at the end of the day, a lot is still undone. A lot has not been achieved. You come down to Biafra land and see what is happening. You come down and see the limitations that we have. You come down and see that the long way we still have to go. Using my state as a case study.
Thank you very much, Amazi. I have taken a lot of your time this evening. I greet Biafrans once again.
Of course.
I pray God Almighty in heaven will continue to strengthen us and give us wisdom on what we have to do. There is always wisdom for every assignment. There is always wisdom. There is, whenever we have to, God knew that a time will come when the people of Biafra is going to rise up. And there is a reservation in the archives of God. Okay, Amazi, there is a reservation in the archives that if we are able to tap in and depend on God, He will reveal to us. Mboneka me ite mufekwe baba ndubiem. Nye misembo ndoko mufono ado ya mufeda keda. Edi do this struggle ajiri na mami. Eda keda ebi mbime mpo jiri na mami. Abi work die mpo jiri na mami. Ibi nam said so that at the end of the day jiri bokoku ufuna jiri bahami. Ya jiri dakida. Inama pampo still very necessary so that ibokokutu fina jirebahami owi fanga bido governor ke Kwaibom state owi fanga bido senator ke Kwaibom state because nampo ba mi amadu dogo politician ubokoke amadu dogo politician mpo there is no chances for you mpo ibaba no fonu no fien Unto Jiresko edu one political party or the other musong na eto de edeme to 2,000 naira no more yamaika mediampo. So outside of these things, in Siba in Bono Kwaibom. Apeka ukere me Ntoko UNESCO is failing up and down. They musung na edu phone where they musung na edu phone where they do graduate. Am I cow phone where me ma utomobi ba mo ebi could mutome nam. Ebi could mutome nam at the end of the day. Utomobi abake moya inam. How many companies that work Kwaibom state me? How many companies they work? So at the end of the day, ma succeed a biaroko asen into going for eka you from where ma young di ebi nam sututum. In the maybe nam or upon one am yamaka from where so that can a pony no aboken to yin for back from where. But then I'm a why di ibam bam posing ye kamu saying ye can kamu and I'm sutu we my tom. Unsutu we ma dirisugo idong tom. Unsutu we ma dirisugo idong tom. Ibi ba die. So uto we ma diridung momi. Ina diribi sang idong uto we me isugo ikpa. Uto we me. So iba ba na diribi nam jampo fono kanaba mi. Mbono kwa ibu iba na mufebi kaninampo ya fono kanaba mi. Mimbi mufundubia mierom. Iba bana mufebika ni dakida inampo no tonde mpo yaya asang fon anomboneka mufo. Bosi mbono jesi ba ke biom bakara si ba ke sini ba ke America o iti mwepe ba. Mbono ando di boroke borowo. Those ones si boroke borowo ekere comme ça moi mai boko ikpong Nigeria mi ka biom bakara ke Ari kunairung of Oba. You know, Burobo Mumfien, Bud Abido Abu Mumfien at the end of the day. Amadu Kereke Ubim Idemefo Mbojirina Mami. Is there no way Binam Bom Ya Tunde Ya Funokan Na Bami? Is there no way for we to do something better than the way we are doing things today? Mboya abase diongo kerewo abase no kerewo keme no jirikere mpom fon no tonde mpo fon mentoje. So it's also it's a mufekwe baba. Thank you very much, Mazi.
Thank you very much, my brother, and I will say good night from here. And of course, Biafrans, anywhere you are all over the world, one of the lessons I learned from my brother Nsoro is He still appreciates all of you in diaspora who are working hard to ensure Biafra is restored. And honestly, this is something I've not done for a very long time. Honestly. Those of you men and women in diaspora who stand your ground to see what you can do to ensure our land is safe, I just want to say thank you. I don't care if you have invested on the wrong place or the right place. For you to have that heart to move, bring out your hard-earned money and invest in this matter, I say thank you. All of you will be remembered. All of you. The only reason we stand put is that never again will anybody save the next generation. Nobody. Biafra watchmen are waiting for all of you. We will do our spiritual and ancient duty. They are everywhere. We encourage you. Look for the nearest Biafra Nation family. Join them. This is where you have your say. This is where you have your say. And our target is simple. Total unification of the Biafran people. Everybody must know what's in and what's out. And this having been said, I appreciate those of you who were able to call in, you make your contribution. Don't mind me. You've not been there, so I don't expect you to understand. We keep saying the truth, irrespective of whose fault is got. But we cannot be distracted. I thank all of you. Those of you who are still standing on the side, open your page. Do what you have to do. Do what you can do. Because you never know. You never know. And every man and woman who has made this Biafra Nation project possible, our leader, Mazu Chuka for Mefo, we can only pray for God to give you more grace because the journey has just begun. We do not plan to kill anyone, but those who plan to kill us will die in our place. As I sign off from here, I call on Nigerians who are listening to me. Yoruba, beg, go your own. Awusa Fulani, please, go your own. Allow us to be. Forget about people trying to betray us from within. Nigeria has never worked. They cannot work. The differences between us is embedded in a DNA already. As a result of constant humiliation, deprivation, disenfranchisement, and so on. And you people cannot change again. And so each time we sit together as Nigeria, all you see in the atmosphere is suspicion. But maybe because of the oil. We're praying very hard for oil to dry up. And then maybe it's our blood you will want. Let's stop all these things. I want to believe there is a way these things can be resolved. And then let us come home and fight ourselves, kill ourselves. It's going to be fine. We will get used to it. We will overcome. I think that will be better than what we are going through now. But believe me, if Biafra is restored, it shall be one of the most disciplined nations. It will be envy of all that nation. We will teach our people the lesson. We will learn the lesson ourselves. And so everybody have to be serious and understand that our country first. Our country first. Biafra first. America first before the citizen. Not to talk of others. I say good night from here. And may God be with all of us. They will know.